I don't even have this thing plugged in.
Set up, manage, and grow your business.
Hello. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm late. Stand up ran a little. I started late tonight. Stand up. I got there late. She needed my finishing my dinner right now. So give me a couple seconds. Yo, Brian, what's up? It's been a minute. I've been gross. Sorry. I lost my track. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sorry, if I don't eat that, I won't eat. It was just a pickle. How are we doing? Welcome to My Manic Mondayz, where movies and mental health meet. This is I am CJ. This is the interactive vlog. So I kind of come in here and just hang out, talk about movies, talk about mental health. Tonight is a self-check episode. I'm getting ready to share more of my comedy.
Bob is here. He is my support.
I did my set tonight, and I got a few chuckles. So I'll take 2 chuckles. Let's see. I want to try to see if I can. I got a pop tonight. Oh, there you go. So I got a pop tonight. That was cool, you know. Not my first one, but I thought it was cool. What do you call it? Where we at? All right. So I did stand up tonight. Went to work. I woke up this morning, wrote, did stand up, and went to work and stand up and all that. But all that time, all that takes energy. It takes all the stuff. Meantime, right now, I'm working on Sick and Twisted. I'm doing edits, and then working on. I was like, I gotta do a trailer, so I've started writing out a trailer for it. I'm also doing a sketch class right now. Sketch writing 101's been going very well. I think I'm about to hit week 5. I think we're week 5. So I'm about to do that. We'll see some sketches coming out here and there. I think I'm at the point now where I don't even care if I'm in all my sketches. I just want to write and have people act in them, and I can direct and do all the other stuff. What else? Nah, just been busy. What have you been up to, Brian? What are you up to if you're out there still? Yeah. I might actually like that set. We the place I do open mics, other than last week because it was closed because of the snow. It did snow because of the weather. It's been getting pretty good. There's been a lot of what do you call it? Talent showing up. It's making me get better. It's making me have to get better. Been playing darts. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. 501. Oh man, Brian. Nice drink back at the bars. That's what I would. Pretty good at that. So I got the 3-pointer. So I figured that since I got the 3-pointer, call me when you're free. Got a question. I'm not gonna be free for a minute. Hold up. Doing a show right now. I'm not gonna be free for a minute. Hold on. Let me get back to this person just because hold up. Oh man. There we go. Sorry. Interactive vlogs. Apparently you could there we go. All right. Sorry, if that person, if I don't get back to them right now, then I'll forget. And then they said call me, and I'm like, I can't call you right now. Plus, I also like that I can call. But billiards, dude, I used to, yeah, I used to get pretty slossy, and for some reason, I figure out where the sweet spot is, and I can get it. It takes me forever, but once I get it, I'd be able to be. So that's fun. That's cool, man. When we come visit Austin, we'll do some places. They have pretty cool arcades here too, man. I like the even like I mean we go to Dave and Buster's, but they have like actually like arcade places here. And honestly, check it out. Look what they did. They did speaking about darts. This is kind of crazy. They at our you can tell. So where I do stand up. That's where I do stand up right there. They added this. We came today and we saw this. These. Oh, I don't even see them. I'll just screenshot it and send it to you and put it in here. Let me see. All right, screenshot it. Yeah, that way I can show you. This is kind of cool. They put darts in on the stage. I got on the stage where we do jokes. Man, it's a bar, and we just kind of they let us do open mics on Monday. So wait, did I mess this up? I think I may have. Hold on, I messed up. Sorry. There you go. You have to do it from here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I get that there. That's pretty cool. You're doing darts, man. I mean, I was raised in a bar, so not like my parents own a bar or anything. We go to Mexico and just party and stuff. So I was always hanging out at the bar and doing stuff like this, playing pool. A lot of people don't really what do you call it? Sometimes you go to a bar and people don't want to talk to you, so you just go and find other things to do. So if you look in the back, like you'll see, if you look in the back, you see those circle things. Those are lights, and the round, and then the center is the dartboard. So I don't know. I didn't even pay attention to that. So I'll look at it later. Maybe I don't know. He look kind of funny. He looks kind of obnoxious, but it's a weird dartboard thing. Like it's just lit. Yeah, but stand up went pretty good tonight. I think it's also about just having the confidence to get fall in the hole and getting yourself out. And I think I'm pretty good at that. So just depending how many people I'm talking to, how many people you offend or upset or make laugh in a crowd. Yeah, for the most part, I like it. I get a rush out of it. I'm getting the rush. I mean, I did 4 minutes tonight. And to be honest with you, 8 jokes, maybe 6 to 8, maybe 6 to 9 jokes I hit. But there was a lot of talk time, so I need to. I mean, the talk time was you gotta do jokes too. So I think I'm gonna put a little bit more jokes somewhere in there, more jokes, more and more jokes. Thank you, Jaime. I'm glad you got your new vehicle. Jaime Nola, unfortunately, got his truck taken away, got stolen, something like that. Remember to get your stuff out. But he got a new vehicle. You threw it on Facebook, so it's out there. But we got a new Mercedes, so it's pretty badass. Looks pretty sick. Are you writing? Are you doing any writing, Jaime? I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot of writing. Hence the weirdo look, the beardo guy. What do you call it? What was I gonna say? Yeah, I feel kind of like doing that because it was like I got to stand up. I took a nap before I took. Yeah, I wake up way too early. I take a nap, so I took a nap and then I went to stand up. And because I took that nap, I overslept a little bit. So I showed up I was like 14, 15 minutes late than the time I used to go. I like to go. I show up usually an hour early or 45 minutes early, but also that's like my kind of hangout time. So I'll get there a little bit early. Today I got there, like I said, 14 minutes, 15 minutes beyond like what I usually getting there. And man, I was number 14. So I had to take off and then come back because it's a half. They put the list out half hour before you go up, and then you kind of have to fight for those spots. It's kind of like it's getting competitive. The stand up is where I'm doing stand up right now. It's opposed to a year ago. It's gotten a little bit. Maybe I'm just noticing it more. And maybe before I was just going up there to being like, I'm an idiot, I don't care. But now I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, maybe I'm figuring it out. But yeah, so I waited and I showed up, and then they called my name, and I showed up like I timed it wrong, so I had to wait two people. I would prefer to get there like a little bit earlier, but I took that nap, and man, I wake up like upset when I do naps sometimes, like oh grouchy. So I just kind of have to like relax and unwind and let my what do you call it? Let my mind just kind of run free. And but at that point, I just got there and they're like, "Hey, you're going up next." I was like, "Oh wow!" So that's always a little rush. I wanted to see a comic or two, but also I don't like after signing up. I don't like staying and chit chatting for the half hour. So you sign up at 7:30. Show starts at 8. Depending what number you're in, you have to wait your turn. So like if you're number 10, you have to wait like 40 minutes, theoretically 40 minutes, but it's 40 to 45 minutes. I'd say 40 to 50 minutes sometimes, depending on the open micers. I also want to do an open mic show. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm wondering what angle I'm going to take. And I think I want to do a twist of a Food Network and stand up comedy or Comedy Central. Um, I know I want to do I want to hold an open mic, but I want to hold a stand up show. Like I don't want to hold an open mic like every week. Like I can't do that, but I want to hold maybe once a month at my current venue. Do a open mic for other people who need more time. Because when you're doing open mics, you got to find the minutes. I would recommend doing as many mics as possible, and not even even if you find a mic that you don't like. I mean, I think even if I think this would like now what I know, which is not a lot, but I think even if you were to like go to do a mic at a place where you didn't really feel welcome, but they let you get on stage, or you didn't feel like you didn't fit in, I think you'd get better. I think because you'd have to learn how to talk to people that aren't usually in your conversation. So you got to figure that out. Like waiting tables on somebody that doesn't that they're just hard to wait tables on, but then you figure them out and you understand how they work. But I'll say that open mic is truly it's helped me out a lot doing a year of stand up comedy. I've grown. This look I do every 10 years or so. So this isn't something I just you start doing comedy. No, this is all I started documenting more of my life. I have archived everything. I just don't post everything. I like privacy. That's why I do this show on Monday. So you need to get a hold of me. You can get a hold of me here. But this is all as open as I want to be. It's also a mental health show. So, like I feel like mental health topics should be able to be talked about and be able to be spoken. But if somebody comes in with a attitude or something and I don't, just here to be expressive and talk about things, not here to judge, or we're not here to like put you down. We're here to let you know that we're other people, other dudes doing things too. So we're figuring it out. But doing the stand-up comedy has really opened me up a lot. Figured out who I am, because even the stuff I was like, because I'll watch anything. I'm the watch anything guy. I'm the let's listen to anything guy. So when you start doing that, you're here and you're taking it all in and you're understanding it. Well, you start doing the artist thing. Well, as the artist, you find out how it all works. So that's what I was doing. Now I'm like, oh, but even tonight, I'm that's it's man. I have some home court advantage with that stage because I feel good on that stage. I've been doing other stages, and I feel kind of like not left. Not, it's just different. It's a weird feeling. Like it's a weird going from one open mic stage that I do all the time, and then when I jump around, it just feels weird. Not even the people; it's the actual venue. Like I'm like, oh, I haven't put time in here. I haven't spent time. And even like that, like if there's a pissing hole, a watering hole, what do they call it? A drinking hole, where we used to go and party or something, and there's a place right by down the strike when I wanted like Pro Bar when I lived right by there. I was like, oh, this is kind of hipster stuff. I don't care. Didn't take me that long to fit in, but right away it was just kind of like, oh, okay, this is what this is gonna be here. So or other bars, just go hang out. I mean, like pool or darts, like that's always a more of a commodity thing. See, I'm a hustler. You want me to take your money? I take it. Did an accent because I don't know. But I like people challenge me for darts and we play for money. Got any games I've been playing? Not online. I have my secret Game Boy. Works. It's just dead. The battery's dead. But I got a Game Boy, so I don't really. Nah, I don't use the Game Boy that much though. But no, I haven't been playing any games. I've been watching. No, I wrote it down. They've been bringing this game up a lot at the theater. Not Fallout. It's called. Not the drop. What's it called? I already forgot it. No, answer your question. No, So right now I'm working on our movie Sick and Twisted, Tyke Win and my movies. We're working on it. Working on the edits, cleaning it up, just kind of seeing how I want the movie to be told. But I gotta tell you something. I don't even want to spoil anything about that movie yet. There's gonna be a lot of good stuff left over. And I'd say that I mean we're gonna be able to talk about a lot of different things, which I'm really excited about. Recently, I think yesterday was a Sunday, right? Yeah, my days are all kind of blurred right now. But I'm making hard pauses to spend time with family, spend time doing other things like this. Like I know I'm doing this, right? But what did I do? See, my brain just goes. I'm like I have energy because I napped. Hey, Gabe. Oh, dude, I've been meaning to reach out to Gabe too, man. Gabe had Monica Akina on his show last week. Way to go, brother. It's my online or Indies oldest Indie escape buddy, Gabe Symbolistic Cynicism on Tuesdays, I believe, or whenever now. But he had her on the other night, and I was like, was it Saturday night? Or no, when I had rehearsal, Thursday night, had rehearsal. And I mean, it's cool. I got to do at least like 30, 40 minutes of the show, and then I got to chime in a little bit. One thing I liked about Gabe's conversation with Monica was that it felt like they're like just hanging out. So they're just like, oh yeah, this whole, and he'd ask questions because I mean, there's a Brittany Murphy part of it where I was like, oh wow, I wonder where that's going. And they they had a good conversation about that. So to me to like see that, it's like, all right, awesome, like but I think they know each other, so it's like it's easier that way when you have like friends when you're interviewing and stuff. But it's, I mean, I think it is because that way or sometimes some friends of mine that I've tried to be on this show, they just kind of like, oh, I only talk. I'm like, when you start putting limits on me, I'm like, nah. I was like, I don't want to be here and just sit here and be like, I have to talk about this, and you only want to talk about this. I'm like, let's just let it happen organically. Let's let the people, if anybody's here, like Brian or somebody wants to say what's up, we'll talk about it. But I can't play games right now only because the fact that well, my brother doesn't live here anymore with me, so he took his all his games. I have a Xbox, but I don't have time for it. I'm doing a lot of editing, so the fact that I'm spending a lot of time editing or just like on the screen, my eyes are constantly red or pink or exhausted, so I can't really do too much. I've been watching a lot of movies though. We can go through my movie list right now. I've been watching a lot of movies. Just to motivate me to write better and write. I wrote Johnny Can Fly. What do you call it? I've been writing that movie because I don't want to launch the Indiegogo yet until I have the script finished. But the story is already almost complete, and I've been writing scripts nonstop for a while now. So even for my class, like I wrote my sketch like 30, 40 minutes for his class, and I had the idea, just thought about it for a couple of days, and I had two ideas, and I had to slowly drop one. So as I slowly drop one, I focus on the one idea, and then I wrote it and it was all right, but I got feedback, and that's when I felt like, oh, that feedback I got just totally got it better. So Johnny Can Fly, I'm just gonna kind of go forward. I'm talking about, that's right. I'm doing my first feature. Johnny Can Fly, an ordinary guy caught up in an extraordinary mess. So, but also like, I'm also finding out my schedule here is very important because, yeah, I got days, events, I got conventions I want to go to, got to plan it all financially, got to pay for everything. So I don't have money. So it's like I have to figure out a way so I can either like do payment plans or find a firm, get something to pay for like some of the stuff to cover the cost. But I'm learning. I think that's why I'm pretty hesitant to get my Patreon page going because I know it takes a lot of time, but it's to make money to do things to support an artist. So I'm more open to keep. I have it set up. I just don't post on it as much as I should. Um, yeah, I need to. I want to because this is what I want to do full time. And I mean, the stand-up comedy is just it's to me is the mental health part of my life now. I didn't want to go to therapy again. I didn't want to go to counseling or coaching, or I can't put that on my family. And I was like, let me challenge myself. Let me put it on me. Let me put it on what can I do? And I was like, well, comedy's hard as hell. So let's figure it out. When's the best time to start? Just get started, right? I've always been a filmmaker and I've always enjoyed acting. So now I'm just specifying where in those realms I'm going to focus on and where do I want to go? Where can I do this? I'm think I'm going to be in another Sean C. Phillips movie. We spoke, we've been talking the last 2 days and he's got me in a movie. So I don't know. We'll see. I got to see logistically how I'm going to pull this off, but I'm ready to go back to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like, movies are there. So for an actor to say I'm not getting any roles or any auditions or anything like that, That's traditional movies. There's so many independent movies. There's so many things. There's stage. I mean, even me acting on stage gives me that like I acted feel. Not the like the feeling like, oh, you know, that feeling, that acting, that meat that you get when you do it. Who's this? RJ Flores. Hey, it's Ronnie. Glad you're doing well. Hey, what up? What up, Ronnie? Yeah, I'm doing well, man. How are you doing? How are you going? What do you call it? Yeah, here's my show. Um, what do you call it? What was I saying? Oh yeah, no, I just like the acting. So you work like I'm learning to be more. I'm doing a lot of Spanish acting as well. Spanish being my first language, it's a lot easier for me to get into character. I'm assuming without having to really think about the character. Where in English, I kind of have to relate to something. And then from there I'll be able to be like, okay, I think I know where I'm going. Like find a middle ground and bounce it out. Where Spanish, I'm just the character. I don't know if I'm finding it. I don't know what. I just go into this thing and then from there I'm like, oh, what are we doing? But all right, what do I need to do? It's a lot of thinking. I'm finding out. I do a lot of thinking in my head because I'm an actor. It's like so far, you know, streaming shows, acting, and then filmmaking, and then stand-up comedy of like focus on the animation. I am doing where do I have my iPad in here? I am doing animations, but I'm practicing. I don't even think they're worth showing. Um, because they're just. I mean, like, can I just show this one? I don't know what's gonna come out. But I don't even see that. There's like a. Well, you can't. You can see the color guide. There's other pieces on there, but they're not colored yet. But I'm just doing it because for Johnny Can Fly, I'm doing an animation where it's just a little thing. And I got a cool little scene I was figuring out. But made like writing a low budget action film is a lot more fun than I thought it was gonna be. It's a lot more fun than I thought. I'm not limiting myself, and I'm not gonna be like, this is all I'm gonna do. And also, no, I'm like, nah, we're gonna find a way to get this scene and what we have. One thing I always said about filmmaking, there are no no's. There's just infinity number of possibilities. There's so many. There's no problems. They're all solutions. Every problem has a solution. It's just finding out the best fun, right? So yeah, but I think you know, Brian. I played video games from 4 to 21, so I was a game. I'm an ex gamer. I'm retired, but I eventually try to pick up the sticks again. But I'm honestly, unfortunately, even like me sitting down right here, like this thing moves up and down. Like I like my desk because I like to stand. I don't like to sit too much. And video gaming, I mean, you can stand or whatever. Requires a lot of focus, and for me to just sit there and doing that, it's kind of hard. But for me now, because I want to stay active and keep moving. Got basketball season right now. I didn't play today. I shot yesterday, but my ankles were hurting because I didn't put my braces on. So you know, I'm getting up there. But you know, tomorrow hopefully you can shoot around. I'm gonna try to go up and do a set up north, and they apparently it's a rough kind of a rough spot, but it's open to. I don't know if it's a rough spot, but there's people there. I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna see. I gotta plan it out, but yeah, I got a show on Friday. So this Friday I'll be in South Austin at the Lester's Pearl South, 7:30. We're doing a grab bag, I believe it's called. Mike Hell's hosting an event where we got some comics. We got some. It's gonna be a party. We got comics. We got some guests. It's people are showing up. So excuse me, I'm in the burp, but let's get the CJ crowd in there. So if you're available on Friday the 7th and you're gonna be in South Austin, go to Lester Pearl. Check it out. South Austin. I'm in Chaco. I'll be down there doing my jokes, and then I believe I'm gonna go early. I'm trying to go one because I got a thing at 8. I got the AGBL at 8, so it's like tell jokes, and then go to basketball, and then go to socialize because I'm also doing Missing the Misfit. It's January just passed. That was my buffer time. But yeah, no more butts. Or butts are good if you get things done. I guess butts are nice. You know, so it's a lot of I'm collecting a lot of stuff because I know everything's getting full. All my media is getting full. Everything's like telling me delete this, save this, transfer this. So I know I have a lot of stuff archived, but to get it all out like the way I want, it's just impossible, really. I think just getting it out is gonna be one thing, just to get out just to get everything out. That's where we're looking for the charger. That's the charger we're looking for. Is it? Sorry, I'm at a brain fart. We were looking for a phone charger for the last 2 days, and I was like, I think it's here, and it's actually because in my shed I have outlets on the walls, and on the floor. That's on the floor. And what I did was I put four, 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 four out, so you could have four. I mean, instead of just having one extension cord or one thing, I just put them. I put it everywhere, just so I could easily have spots. Um, yeah, and I put a charger there, and I forgot to give it back to my son. He'd be looking for it. But moving forward on just like movies I'm doing, like I just like staying busy, and I'm focusing more on where my time and my energy is going, and my movies are definitely something I want to get away. No, I just want to focus on. This is what I need to do, right? Here we go. Here we go. If you go to IMDb, you will find here. Let's figure this out. Let's do this again. We'll go down my list because I've been trying to do this segment, and I think this is the best time for me to bring it in. So we're gonna do CJ who shares his movies he's been watching, and if any movie in here you see you want to talk about, let's talk about it. If not, you can talk about it next time. So I started off the year. This actually I saw this one on the 31st, but I counted it because it was on a flight to Jersey. So it's Trap. A father and his teen daughter attend a pop concert only to realize they entered the center of a dark and sinister event. Directors M. Night Shyamalan, stars Josh Hartnett, Ariel Donahue, and Salika Shamalan. So that movie, I'll say, is that it's suspenseful. It's like that suspenseful in night. It's that he's taking you for a slow walk with him, and you're seeing a lot of cool little things. Then after that, I went to the little aliens thing. So on the way back, I saw Alien Expanded 2024, 4 hours 42 minutes. So I saw this. I saw a trap, and then it's a 4 hour flight. So I saw that the first 90 minutes, and then I just jumped in because this was on the flight. And then let's see. An in-depth and innovative documentary that explores the story behind James Cameron's beloved sci-fi epic Aliens, 1986, and its incredible impact. Director Ian Nathan Nathan stars James Cameron, Sigourney Weaver, and Gail Ann Hurd. I love that movie. That was the documentary. That was great. Sci-fi geek, sci-fi nerd. That was awesome. Really motivated me to kind of just when I come back to when I motivated me when I came back to Austin, I was like, this is what I want to do, filmmaking. When Secret Stash, filmmaking. My son saying let's be a filmmaker at Secret Stash, putting on a clerk's shirt saying like, I want to do this, Dad. Now I don't want to ignore it. I gotta feed it. So I learned about gardening. I'm getting ready to garden again. I've germinated some seeds and then I misplaced them. Story of my life, right? I'm learning to when you do something, do it good on. That's why right now with the text message, messaged me and I was like, yeah, let me get to you right now because I don't do it, I'm gonna forget because I'm focusing on this right now. My focus is this, and this world around me exists, but I have to pause to do this. When I get back in, it's just gonna fall right back on top of me. I don't want all that stress to be on me. So pick up what I can, where I can go, and what I can't. Unless you're paying me, it really like I'm having a hard time to like get back to a lot of people or do things and hang out. Hanging out, it's not the same for me anymore. One, I'm 40, about to be 41 in like in a month and a half. So it's like time's just going. My fun for me is like hanging out with my son all the time, and we're gonna hang out with friends and stuff. It's like we're gonna go play games or play around, play dodgeball, play tag, hide and go seek, stuff like that. That's fun for me now. Drinking, partying, doing all that shit. That's the past. That was that younger guy. I'm the older guy now. I'm the mid level guy, right? So yeah, I'm looking at the things where I want to spend my time. I'd rather just be here with you guys talking with Brian and talking with Gabe, Omar, JR, and then Kevin will come back on the kickback and talk, chime in. And I think the fact that I think Kevin does keep me going too. He if you Kevin Coulter, if you ever see he comments here once in a while at night, but definitely he'll comment tomorrow. So shout out Kevin. Even Jared, I don't know where Jared's at. He'll show up. He's probably getting mad at my ass for starting late. Jared started dieting again, and it's like dieting. It's annoying. I don't blame you, man. So let's keep going, right? So the third one I have here. So I actually saw these movies when I got back, and then when I did the list, I forgot I was supposed to go in order, but whatever. Alien Romulus, 2024, 1 hour 59 minutes, rated R. While scavenging the deep ends of a derelict space station, a group of young space colonists come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe. It definitely is. Director Fida Alvarez stars Sally Spani, David Johnson, and Archie Renu. These Gen Z names are they're just regular people's names. I don't know if that's Johnson, Jonson, and then Cali Spini. It's good though. This is good. I liked it. Um, keeping my opinions very, unless it's something I'm really diehard. I do like the Alien franchise. I always enjoyed it, but to see this one, the way they made it, there's a lot of creativity into it. Certain things I didn't think of before, and I was like, wow, I never thought of that happening. That was pretty. I liked it. One of my friends said she said that's basically Aliens too, and I'm sticking with it. Yeah, it's a good one. So if you like if you like the Alien movies, that's I'd say. I mean, they're all good to me. I like them all. Number 4 is Alien Covenant. I saw this one after that one. I wanted to see. I saw Covenant, but I couldn't remember it. And now when I watched it again, like focused on it, I was like, yeah, Dave's like technology, AI. Yeah, I don't trust nothing. The crew of the colony ship, bound for a remote planet, discover an uncharted paradise with a threat beyond their imagination. Must attempt a harrowing escape. Director Ridley Scott, stars Michael Fassbender, Catherine Waterston, and Billy Crudup. Yeah, that movie was kind of fast, and that's a horror movie. It's definitely a horror movie. So I will jump into this real quick on the last parts, but I haven't even had some of the stuff. I haven't finished watching it, but this one I like. So I was with my son. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire, 2000, 1 hour 25 minutes, TV PG. Two kids set their mom up on a date with a vampire. Director Steve Boyum, stars Matt O'Leary, Laura Vanderoof, and Miles Jeffrey. It actually has we're gonna go, it has a real big star in this one. Yeah, Carolina Ray. She's the mom. This movie, PG horror movie, it's for your kids. It's on Disney Plus. I loved it. I've been actually searching for PG horror movies, which I'm working on something in my head that I want to do a PG horror movie. But first, let's get rid of the other stuff, right? Let's get the stuff we're working on, right? All the stuff I know, right? But I like to, I'm finding out that the way I've been writing scripts, the way I have confidence in my script writing now, my ability to write a movie because I'm gonna make a movie. I feel like I can do scripts now and just sell them to people. So I don't mind like not having that in my head. I'm not scared of it, and I do so many things. My Manic Mondayz, been doing this for 3 years now, going on 4 years. Like, come on, get with the program, people. Um, but yeah, this is a great movie. I have a really cool idea for this one, for a PG movie. But I like this movie a lot. My son was able to pick up a lot of it. It was a good awareness. Um, I thought it was silly and cute. Very lot of vampire tropes. The kid. Let me give that kid the brother. He did a great job. This kid right here. This one right here. Yeah, Matt O'Leary. That this kid right here. He kills in this movie. Yeah, he kills. Like, shout out, dude. This kid's good. Or the movie was a kid, but he's adult now. But what is he? My age? Or the same age? When was he born? Yeah, I'm older. 3 years older. See, also was like a serial killer movie I'm thinking about for a minute. All right, then my son and I watched Jurassic Park, 1993. This taking a lot longer than I anticipated, but I didn't know I was gonna go through all of it like this. I've never done this before, so we're gonna just kind of go through this. All right, so let's see. All right, just keep going for these because I don't want to do this the whole time. This mustache goes. Number 6 was Jurassic Park, 1993, 2 hours and 7 minutes, PG-13. Maybe we could do this at the end of every month. An industrialist invites some experts to visit his theme park of clone dinosaurs. That already sounds beautiful. After a power failure, the creatures run loose, putting everyone's lives, including his grandchildren, in danger. Director Steven Spielberg, stars Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum. It's Jurassic Park. Like, nothing to say. Nothing to be said. It is what it is. That is a great movie. I still get things from it now. My son loves it. He loves watching it. He loves talking to dinosaurs. I love keeping him there. After meeting the Wildcrats and seeing him interact with them and then talk to them about how they did everything and then talk to me about media. And I was just kind of like, if he wants to keep going and he ends up being like Dinosaur Dan or Dinosaur Bill or, whatever, like, I don't care. If he figures out a way to make a living off something like this, more to him. I'm here to support him either way because I'm the dad. I'm your back. Got your back, guys. Whatever you're doing, I'm gonna try to support you as good as I can. Once I make it, wherever we're going, wherever I'm making it, I'm gonna make sure we all eat. All right, here we go. Escape from New York, 1997, when the U.S. president crashes in Manhattan. Now, a giant maximum security president, a convicted bank robber, is sent in to rescue him. You know what? I didn't even think about that. About Stick Plissken. I forget about that. Director John Carpenter, stars Kurt Russell, Lee Van Cleef, and Ernest Borgnine. That's the. I put 6 shots in him. Oh no, my bad. That's the. Oh my god, I can't believe I ruined that on my show. No, Ernest Borgnine. That's the basketball. That's where I was like, oh, sorry. Let me see, make sure this is the yeah, that's this dude. No, he also it's got I can't remember his name right now. Now I gotta go through it. Loomis, Dr. Loomis. I can't believe I just did that. Donald Pleasance. That's so easy for me to. I'm so stupid. Don't even talk to me right now. I can't believe I just did that. Especially on. Don't even talk to me. It's a good movie. One thing I was looking at in this movie was the production design. John Carpenter goes all in. Everything that's filmed on there is filmed on there because he wants you to see or to feel that it's there. I mean, everything, every little inch, everything, every detail. He does his own music. He does his own editing. He does like everything, right? I want to make sure on this one, I don't know, but every time it's in a movie. So like last year, like watching The Thing for a million times. They Live. I hadn't seen that one in a minute. Watching a lot of his other stuff. Christine is John Carpenter, and I saw that one too. It's just, man, he's good. I have a cameo. I mean, I have an interview with him, but I got to put that on the Patreon because that's good stuff. Number 8 is American Underdog, 2021, 1 hour 52 minutes, PG. Saw this one with we on family night. We loved it. It was good. It was good. This is a good family night story. And plus, I'm a Kurt Warner fan. I liked him back then, and even when it was with the Cardinals and the Giants. The story of the NFL MVP and Hall of Famer quarterback Kurt Warner, who went from stocking shelves at a supermarket to becoming an American football star. Director Andrew Aaron, John Aaron, and stars Zachary Levi, which I've met, and Anna Paquin and Hayden Zoller. It was a great movie. As in the watching a family sitting down to watch another. Just it's a good movie in the sense is like it has that Friday Night Lights feel, but without the domestic violence. Without the violence or the fighting. It's also it's also, but it makes it seem like Kurt Warner is just like a just show up and do it guy, and that's what we get. If Zachary Levi, like the Kurt Warner type to play that character, I don't know, but it's a movie, and I actually like that he is plays Kurt Warner there. Like I don't know how you play. How do you play? Are you supposed to look like Michael Jordan, the Michael Jordan documentary? Are you supposed to look like Mark McGuire? Are you supposed to look like Sammy Sosa? Like I don't know. I mean, watching I think I'm gonna watch the Rock series. I'm getting a lot of clips on that on my algorithm, and I all those characters. I know all that. Like I grew up watching that shit, so I'm like, I think I'm gonna watch it. The nostalgia is catching up to me. And all this goes to me. I use a lot of this stuff I'm watching because I wanted like this one, American Underdog was definitely family time. Escape from New York is just I just wanted to watch, John Carpenter. Hey, it was on. It was Sunday morning, 6 a.m. Why not? Jurassic Park, my son. These are movies I watch with my kid now, And I get the R-rated stuff for me. So I'm starting to learn my patterns here. Now I binge watch because as I'm editing Sick and Twisted, there's a lot of parts I didn't want to just do the edit like bam, bam. I know I could weave the story really nice into it. I know I can get the editing going. I know I'm doing all this right. So I just also haven't had the time. So now I have the time. Grandma's in town. I have the next 4 days to really just kind of get into it, right? To hit the Valentine's Day deadline I gave myself. But Project Greenlight is the I guess the show or game show with not game show. It was like a documentary, but it's Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and Chris Moore, the Good Will Hunting crew. They go and they back in 2000, I think it was 2001. Yeah, 2001. So I was a sophomore in high school when this came out. So I hadn't even really touched video or done camera work until the next year, till 2002. So something like this, I kind of noticed, but I didn't watch it. I wasn't into. I didn't know to do that. I didn't know to binge. I didn't know to like. I would just go, okay, just watch it to watch it, right? But I watched this again, and it was really good seeing it because it really showed me my career up to this point. And you're always gonna have problems, no matter what. You're always gonna have problems, especially on film sets. So this is was good because it just I like watching behind the scenes. I like watching people really do things. I just everything now. I have camera. It's like everything has a camera. Everything's a screen. I like I'm looking at this right here. I'm seeing so many like I like hard edges, so they stick out to me. Laptop, pop funk, TV, iPhone, light, uh, Interbox, MacBook. It's just like square. Everything's like just hard. So to me, I like seeing like there were bigger versions of this. They had the camera set up. Like I didn't realize I was privileged in being on film sets because the setups were so long. You wanted everything to be good. Now it's just like bam, 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 bam. Here we go. We got something put together. This not talking about movies, just in general. You can do that. You couldn't do that before back then. If you did that, it was costing you a lot of money. Which I'm finding out that if I was back then, if this was the '90s, I was doing this, I definitely would have ran out of film. I would have been using a lot of film. I would have tins. I would have tins stored everywhere. I'd have to have a unit to hold all my tins that I wouldn't ever bring it back to. This digital thing helps me out. I can the SD card, as long as it's not fried or anything, put it in there, it works. Or can I update it? It's like we're in modern time, modern technology where we can bring things back. We can use history, we can learn, and we decide to look at ass all day on Instagram. I don't blame you. I do the same thing once in a while. Number 10, Casa Bonita, Mi Amor. I love Trey Parker, Matt Stone. I'm a huge South Park fan. I grew up I grew up with the cornerstone of that stuff. So they did a documentary on them buying Casa Bonita, this restaurant in Lakewood, Colorado. It's like Denver, outside Denver, but it's basically they say it's a Mexican restaurant meets Disneyland, and it shows you in there. It's an amazing thing. Casa Bonita is a quirky Mexican. Okay, Casa Bonita, 2024, 1 hour 28. Casa Bonita is a quirky Mexican restaurant in Colorado with cliff divers, face closures. South Park 1997 creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone try saving the piece of childhood Colorado history. Director Arthur Bradford stars Trey Parker, Matt Stone, and Jared Pelez. So I'll tell you this about that movie because we saw that, and because it's going on now, and because it's available. They only do reservations in advance, so you have to do it. So we're gonna go do this. I'm taking the family to Casa Bonita. I'm planning to do that. So we'll see when that goes. They're doing reservations now for March. And I would totally love to go for my birthday, but my birthday falls on Saturday. We're gonna be filming the old house that week, the 23rd to 28th. I think I'm just going to save that for down the line, which I know is always a bad thing to do because you could close down, something can happen. Might that my schedule doesn't work, but I want to go with because I could do two birds with one stone when I go over there. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I do, but I'm gonna go to that place soon. We go to Colorado all the time, so it's not like it's not like we're bragging. You can drive from Texas 11 hours, you can be in Trinidad, and then 13 hours you can be in Denver. So if you take like a week off from work, which is like, oh, you can take a week off from work. Yeah, if you're doing a vacation, or just take 3 days off, just drive. Or we did it in 2 days. Just drive up there, made the baby back. So the inside joke. Number 11, Clarence. My son's been watching this 2013, 2018. I used to watch this when it first came out, somewhere around that time. I was watching Clarence. I went back to the animation school in 2015. So I mean, back to school in 2015 to study animation. So I think I could have been watching it then. It's 2008, 2013, 2018, 130 episodes. TVPG. Life is just one big adventure for Clarence and his best friends Jeff and Sumo. I don't know what to say. It's Father Time show. I'd rather watch that than just mindless YouTube shows. And what I say about does that mean? There's a lot of mindless YouTube shows. There's people running around dancing. A lot of pretty people, maybe. A lot of people photogenic. But there's CJ's 2025 movie list. But I'll tell you this much. Like, you got to spend time with your family. You got to spend time with your kid. Alien versus Predator was so good. The first one and the second one, the sequel, because they're both pretty good in my eyes, brother. I like them. I like them. I like the I didn't like them as like, oh, they're go recommend them. Like for me, guilty pleasures. Same way I like no, no, not the same way. I love that movie. So let's see. I like I like them. I like the Requiem. It's pretty cool. Casa Bonita. Yeah, dude. It's a you gotta watch it. It's on I think Paramount. I think we watch South Park. You like I know you like anime, but I don't know if you like animation, but South Park is just hilarious. The thing about South Park that makes them so relevant and so or because they're relevant, they're so good is because they're making fun of the stuff we're seeing now. So they've been limiting them a lot. I think they're not doing as much as they used to because I think they're just like, hey, you guys share the pie. So I think they're making more money doing other things. They're focusing on like on stuff like this. This is you got to watch the documentary. I'm gonna talk about it. The documentary. It's so good. Didn't know they did made it in a movie into a movie. Yeah, documentary. Casa Bonita, man. Hey guys. I hate to be because of the all the smoking. My voice is a lot bass now. I could do it, Eric, man. Oh, maybe I could do it in the morning when I've rested. Hey guys. I just practice it all. It was junior high, you know. And once I got it down, my friends would just crack up like, "You could do it, Courtney." Hey guys, man. I can't do it right now. I'm tired too. The voice just doesn't come in. Yeah, dude, South Park. I grew up too. You know, watching South Park too, man. That's awesome, Brian. You grew up watching that too. Um, what was I gonna say? Well, it's already. How long have we been going? 44. Not too bad. It's a good episode today. Brian's here. Stand up went pretty well. I don't know if you heard this earlier, but my jokes are getting yeah. It's just I'm confident on that stage. That's about it. Let's see. I have biscuits and gravy. Get a little tired there, but I'm not tired. I did take a little nap, so we'll see. That's funny. I don't know. Working my materials is getting to the point where I you have to tell it. I can't just write and think it's funny. It's like I've lost so much like of that. I guess that's ego or pride. I don't know what that is. But when you first start writing, first you have to figure out how to write jokes, and you figure them out. Or you could take Ty Gwynn's comedy class for $300. You could do it online. I'm pretty sure you could do it online. If you can't, I'll set it up for him. That guy helped me out a lot. So shout out to Ty. He's always offering like just to help you out. And yeah, everything costs. He's an expert. He's been doing this for 9 years, 10 years. He's been doing it. He can show you the trick of his trade. So I've taken his class. He's one of my good friends, and I just kind of learned from him. But yeah, I think one thing is showing up and doing the comedy. Another thing is learning from yourself. And when I watch my sets, I gotta figure it out because time is of the essence. So you have 1 minute to tell a joke. You gotta figure them out. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You know, like 2, 3 minutes is a good puffer in the beginning because you're kind of figuring out. 4 or 5 minutes starts to get a little bit. 8 minutes is a lot. 10 minutes is a lot. That's a lot to fill in. I'm doing a 7 minute set on Friday, so I'm getting ready for that. So I've also been learning how to place myself in other things. I'm doing things. If I was just filmmaking and I wasn't streaming, you'd always see my movies come out every so often, but you never know this about me. You wouldn't know I'm an advocate for mental health. You wouldn't know I'm part of the gay community without being gay. You know, you wouldn't know stuff because I wouldn't really talk about it. Social media is doing that part of it. I'm learning to be social on it. Um, but I also think that everybody's able to do this, and everybody's at different parts of their life, so everyone just can catch me. I don't think anybody's ever gonna see any of the stuff I have before out because it's just out there, and it's an interactive vlog. You can catch me any part of my life. I don't need to. I was doing some research, and a lot of channels were saying delete old stuff or stuff that doesn't work because then it's not gonna work, and it'll kind of tarnish your channel. But I don't think I don't know how to grow this YouTube channel like I really should be growing it. Now when I even look back at my content, I'm like, yeah, my content does suck. It's a guy talking about stuff that he does other things, but he's not sharing as much. But now I'm at a point now I can like I was one of my jokes I'm working on is I'm a low content creator, low end content creator. I'm not too edgy, not too sketchy. See, I'm breaking in the character already. So it's just something I've been practicing and just been working for a theater. I've been working at a theater for 4 years now, so that's like kind of my college in a way. Getting experiences every Saturday, being a part of it. You only get this much, It's the thing about stand-up comedy. You only have this much time to get good or to practice, and it's if you do it once a month, I don't understand how you can. I do it once a week, and I'm horrible, So it's like you just keep going. You just work. You get better at it though. Your peers will start telling you things to work on, and then you work on them. Even if somebody were to make fun of you or something, you could work on that. If But I don't know. I like I got into the streaming thing. I think 2020, a lot of people talk about doing bad things or whatever. It's been 5 years since it's happened. I think it was a good thing for me though, and I don't like admitting it. Like, haha, like more like, oh wow, I had to. As I wouldn't have done the shows, I wouldn't have been posting much on Facebook. I wouldn't have Ben reached out to me. So I need to grow Ben, side by side movies to the point where Ben and I can do that. We have over 100 episodes on that. I want us to be able to be like relevant in that space. Takes time. We did it from 2020, 2021. It's like I want to get back to that schedule, but the schedule I have now, I have to read to my son, I have to read to myself, I have to write my lines. I read Spanish a lot too, to keep that because I'm doing the telenovelas and whatnot. But even like that takes energy. Writing, drawing, working out. The working out, I'm learning how to get it in my schedule. I even if I didn't have my day labor job, I'd probably be like just burnt out all the time. But the fact that I move and I do things, it helps out. Um, yeah, advice I would give when they say, what advice would you give yourself if you go back and talk to your younger self? There's a point in my life when I was about 15, or 13 to 15. So I don't know how young I get, but this advice I learned from myself, I kept it this whole time, and now I'm forgetting it. But it's basically, I was about to say it now, my brain went fart. I don't know if I'm supposed to be sharing it. But when they say it's oh God, I can't believe it. I had it on tip of my thumb, my brain. I forgot it. Forgot. I would just basically say like it's like oh sorry, I remember. It'd be Eric, I'm getting older. No, it's so many things. I would say your body, I learned this just from watching people getting older, and then your body will fail you eventually, either when you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, or maybe 10 years old too, but when I found this out, your body will fail you no matter what. Your body's always on the decline. Even if you're in the best tip shape, even if you are, your body is gonna it's gonna go. So what I'm also saying is you can't really do manual labor jobs all the time. You can until but even people like welders, they get hurt after so long. People work on construction sites, your body, your back, your knees. My job takes your knees and your back if you do it wrong. I use all the equipment we have, so I'm like, these robots are meant for this, not for me. And they're not robots. It's just things I pretend are robots, but it's just equipment you could use. It takes a little longer to throw, but it's safer. I'm like, I don't want to get hurt. My knees were hurting until I started doing this, and it went away. But what I would say is that advice. I'd say hold on to that advice. Um, that your brain needs to be sharp when you get older, because it's going to be hard for you to do things, and life doesn't start till you're 40. And I think I knew that was going to be a thing, because at 25 I found out that life doesn't start till you're 40, because that's when I started realizing things that hit you harder and different. So if they hit you at 25, I can imagine at 40. So I kind of prepared myself for this, and now I'm here, but I'm not used to preparation. I mean, there's been days where this past month where I used like 2 or 3 days to doing nothing, because I didn't realize what to do with 4 hours of time. I was just watching movies. That's why I was watching movies, relaxing. Because I ended the year so rough. I was kind of unwinding. So January might need to be my unwinding time from all this. Also, there's so much cedar, and I just constantly sneezing and allergies, so I need to heal anyway. So I don't mind doing voiceover. I don't mind doing streaming. I don't know. I mean, if I have to do a movie, I do a movie. But I think it's for me learning for the future, for 2026 and beyond and all that. I took 2025 January and took it real slow. Um, yeah, because I'm already having things all the way up until May, from now until May being planned out, and I'm like, man, when you already have everything planned out, I feel like my year is just gonna accordion. It's just like, and it's gonna get just like then. But we got 7 minutes left to get to the end of this show. And Brian, any more questions? Let me know. I will be here for another 7 more minutes. Let's go to the quote. I like quotes. So remember, I have Sick and Twisted I'm working on. I'm gonna do I'm hoping a Valentine's Day release. I think I'm hoping the 16th we get it screened at a location I'm looking at. But that's neither here or there. We have the finished product. No, that's the David Lynch. I didn't upload it yet. Hold on one second. So the quote of the night is Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is a motivational speaker. I would say listen to him if you need to get motivated. Here we go. If you're not willing to risk the usual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Jim Rohn. Let's read it back. If you are not willing to risk the usual, meaning that If you're not willing to get out of your comfort zone, do something that you normally wouldn't do, or something that where there's something there you really like, but it's hard to contain, gotta get out of that. Or you'll settle for the ordinary, which everybody has, or everybody has the same stories, or everybody does the same thing, and you're like, oh, how do I get here? And you're like, oh, I can track it because I didn't do the things I was supposed to. Like me doing stand up last year, I had to do it. I knew, like, there's a quote, and it says, like, I could send it to us real quick. I think it's in this phone. What do you call it? There's a quote that I got, and I gotta. Here it is. Here it is. This quote right here really, like, this started me last year. I think I even talked about it one night on this show because I had it, but I know. Let me just post it real quick. Because that's what when you start getting into that ickiness of life and you're not doing something, and you don't know what to do, and you're like, oh, what do I? It's like there's just a lot of things, right? But one thing is you're only gonna have so much time to do something before people move on, or the time runs out, or you know what I mean? Things happen. But everything takes time. Everything worth doing takes time. If everyone else would, if something was easy to do, everyone would do it. Those quotes are so simple because they're so impactful. If all your friends would jump off a building, would you jump off a bridge? It's like, no, my friends are idiots. I would make sure you see what they're jumping into. Why are they jumping? I'll go the other way. I'm gonna be hanging out with those friends. But sometimes they're jumping. It looks like they're jumping off a bridge. It's not a bridge. It's a street. It's a step. You just don't know it. You know. But this quote I want to say is like something that really something that not only motivated me, it was like a timestamp. It put it in my face. It helped because what I started doing when I was, I don't know, 26. I want to say, yeah, I had to be 26, but somewhere between 26, 27, 28. What I started doing was taking note cards. Oh, I got some in here. I'll take note cards, like red one, I had pink ones, yellow ones, green ones, and I'd put like on the green ones, just positive things like you can do it, you're special or whatever, and I just put them in my room, just put them everywhere. And then so it was like the yellow ones were oh, sorry, the green ones were something I accomplished. So yeah, you did this today. Write it down. You have to write down. The yellow ones, oh god, I don't know. I think this is mine. I heard this in therapy, and then I did another version of this. And the yellow ones were another thing, and then the red ones were my problems. So this is where, yeah, the red ones were my problems. So I would write all the things that I thought were problems, and then you put them on the board, and you realize, are those real problems, or which one can you stop doing right now that'll go away forever? And you start figuring that out. I'd put my problems right in front of my face. That's how I got a lot of stuff done. And then last 10 years, I just kind of went on cruise because I was in school and then kid, and then so I just been on cruise control. Now I'm back, and I'm like, all right, how do I do this? How do I get done? I think I'm not putting I am my problem is I am my problem. I'm right here, but I need to specify these problems. Gotta go, man. Good luck with the stream. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I'm already done. I got about 2 minutes, but check this out. This quote right here. A year from now, you may wish you had started today. Karen Lamb. That is true. That is so true. That is so true. I'm a year in, but let's say I just started to do it now, because now I do have the time. Now I do have the time to do stand up. Now I do have the time because I carved it out, right? But just to get started now to do it, I'd have to be like, oh man. I think I started at a really good. I think also helping me out was the election year, I guess. So prior to that, so now whatever you say is going to be like political, but I'm not in. So I'm already a year before that. So like people know I don't talk about that stuff. Is that peace? Get out of here. Get out of here. Here we go. All right. Well, yeah, you know what? I only got a minute left. I'm gonna be an hour. I gotta get back inside. I gotta do some I'm working on some other stuff. But I mean I gotta do the Sick and Twisted trailer now. I'm working on that. But also man, I got Old House, Circus of the Dead 2. And now Desert Fiends 2 is calling, so let's see. Also what can I do? What can I say? Not much. You enjoy yourselves. Have a good time. I'll see you next week on this show, My Manic Mondays, or Movies and Mental Health Meet. I'm your host, CJ Robles. Um, Interactive vlog. Just check out what I'm doing. If you have questions, coming out. Brian, as you see, was a good co-host today, hanging out with me. Good guest. Yeah, I think that's about it. It's really, really gotta. I really gotta. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm tired, but I gotta work because tomorrow when I wake up in the morning, got some writing to do, and then I gotta do the editing. So it's like I'm gonna do work on my jokes, go in the editing, and I think tomorrow will be after work. And then tomorrow's my long day at work, my rough day. So I think it's gonna be a good balance of editing my jokes and editing the the movie. So that's my balance. Just those two focuses right now. Cause I got to show on. If I didn't have the show on Friday, I'd do more double time on the movie. But the fact that I got a show on Friday, I want to make sure I do good on that show. And then I have a game, so I've also got to play basketball. So there's a lot of moving gears here now, and they call them spinning plates or whatever. But you just got to find out your pattern, your rhythm, and then go into it and go into it and go into it and go into it. So I don't drink anymore, so then I don't have to worry about hangovers. But all right, everybody, thank you for the love. I'll see y'all next week. Follow me on social media. You can follow me on IG or TikTok at CJ Robles 2.0. And yeah, all right, I'll see you later.